Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. Tonight, I want to talk about something that I think is very important to point out. This was inspired by a conversation that I had with Nikos. You perhaps will recognize him from my Vampirevania campaign. I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but I mentioned that that's one of the reasons why so many campaign modules or adventure modules it takes so long to complete because unlike video games in tabletop role playing games where whenever you talk out of character or about other things you put the controller down, to use a video game analogy. What do I mean by this? This is pretty clear, quite explainable, because I think it made a lot of sense with what Nikos mentioned. That is, Nikos pretty much, I how you say, I dovetailed on the point that he made that it was such an action-packed session. So in video games, whenever you are playing, you can talk to your fellow players, to your adversaries as well, your competitors. Everybody can talk while playing a video game, be it a fighting game, PlayStation, like a first-person shooter. um, Pretty much any video game you can. I guess there are some very weird exceptions, but in most cases, in the great majority of cases, you can talk to the other players while you're playing the game. And it never interrupts the flow of the game. Because in order for you to interact with the video game, you need to use your controller, your mouse and keyboard, whatever, right? Something that allows you to input things so that you can interact with the game environment. But when it comes to tabletop role playing games, your controller is your description of your actions, of your reactions, of your interactions with the game world. So every single time you start talking out of character, every single time you start to talk about something unrelated to the game, you are putting the controller down. And this, unless you are actually playing a role in a tabletop role playing game, this could happen quite frequently. So sometimes adventure modules are presented as, oh, in order to play this adventure module, you will need an entire evening to finish it, right? Usually you need like 4 to 6 or 8 hours to finish it. But with roleplay, you finish it, depending on the adventure module, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, 2 hours. When it comes to long campaign modules, you see those legendary campaigns like, oh, it's going to take you 2 or 3 years to finish it, and you finish the entire campaign like in 6 months or less. It has happened to me so many times. Like, oh, you need years to finish it. No, because all of those moments where you are putting the controller down, when you are talking out of character, where you are talking about other things, the game stops moving. So that adventure module, suddenly you played like 4 or 6 hours and you felt as if you made very little progress. It's because of that. Or sometimes so many campaigns are dropped, not even not even making it past the 1/3 or 1/4 of the campaign because life happens. Some people cannot play the game anymore. They got busy with work, or some others they got sick or whatever, and the campaign is dropped. But at the very least, you would have expected to enjoy a great percentage of that campaign. I should do another video telling you how to handle situations where the campaign is dropped so you can still enjoy the campaign. But in a lot of cases, you feel like, we didn't get to this part, or we didn't cover not even like 20% of the campaign. That's because every single time you are talking out of character, you are putting the controller down. It's like pausing the game. It's the exact equivalent of pausing the video game. Imagine if every time you wanted to talk to your friends, to the other players in a video game, you had to pause the game every single time. the game would make little to no progress. And you can enjoy tabletop RPGs however you like. But if you're always left wondering, like, oh, it's going to take me, how long will it take me to finish this adventure, or this campaign, this or that, or I can't play tabletop RPGs because you need 6 to 8 hours to finish this or that, or have a single session. As long as you roleplay, you can always save the talk for before or after the session. But as long as you roleplay, it could take you 30 minutes, 60 minutes, at most 2 hours to have a satisfactory session. This means that a lot of people that could be potentially missing out on tabletop RPGs now know that you don't need 4, 6, or 8 hours to play a tabletop RPG session. As long as you roleplay, even 30 minutes feel like you packed so much into that single session. So definitely a good thing to consider, right? Definitely a good analogy. Like it came out of nowhere, mostly inspired by the Vampirevania game that Nick has mentioned. It's such an action-packed session, feels like a video game, and I like the video game of Castlevania at the very least, right? And I said that's why so many campaigns take so long because whenever people stop role playing, it's like they are putting the controller down. Thank you for or pausing the game if you wish, if you want to do another analogy, right? Um, Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was informative and entertaining. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. Like, subscribe, take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, in tabletop role-playing games, you are not telling stories about your characters. You are experiencing the game world as your characters. And remember to check out the Vampirevania campaign. We are playing it every Monday at around more or less like 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Because it depends. Sometimes we need to start a bit later, but yeah, we're playing it at around that time. And I always upload the video that very same day. So once again, thank you and see you later.